Replacing the fabric on your dining room chairs gives them a whole new look at a fraction of the cost of buying new ones. Kim Shagdon is the owner of Kim's Upholstery in Greenfield, and she's here to show us how easy it can be. Kim, you're making a lot of people's dreams come true today.
Because good, that's what we're here for.
I think a lot of people do have outdated dining room chairs, or they got hand-me-downs from a family member, and they don't want to go out and spend money on a whole new dining set. Yep. So this is a great way to update the look and have it match your
decor.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk about what things you need, what supplies you need to do this.
Well, first of all, you need a few tools. So you need your fabric scissors.
But they don't have to be this big.
No, they don't have to be that big.
I don't have any this big.
Any sewing scissors will work fine.
Okay, good.
You'll need some sort of foam to pad your piece with.
Right.
This is a 2-inch piece of foam. What we'll be showing in the demo here is a 1-inch.
Okay.
You'll need pullers, so when you make a mistake, you can get those staples back out.
Good. Yep.
So here we've got wire cutters, and we've got, these are the professional upholstery pullers, but you can find this at your local hardware store. It'll work just as well. You'll want a hammer on hand, so if your staples don't go in all the way, you've got that to whack them down.
Perfect.
Here's a hand stapler. In the shop I use a pneumatic, but a hand stapler is fine.
And this is something that a lot of people have at home.
Yeah, exactly, and staples for it.
And do we need this measuring tape?
That's to measure your piece to figure out what you need for fabric. So you'll take that and you'll measure, here I'll go around. You'll take that and you'll measure around the sides, giving yourself a couple inches on each side, so you've got plenty of pull when you're getting ready to attach your fabric.
Have an exact fit.
Exactly.
And then do we need this spray adhesive for anything?
The spray adhesive I use to glue the piece of foam to my plywood base. Some chairs will have a plywood base like this, others will have a base that has an opening in the center, and then you'll have to do some sort of a webbing support system in that piece.
Right.
And here I've got a chair. This is the before, so this is how I found this chair at a tag sale or flea market. So you can just tear your fabric off your old piece. You don't have to make a new plywood base. We've done this here so that you can see the process of what it is. And here's where you'd be pulling all these things off with your tools to get ready for your new fabric.
So if I purchase this at a yard sale, I can just use this existing seat and recover it. But today you've got this all assembled.
For demo purposes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now these chairs that you have over here, you said to me, each of them cost about $5. Yep. So just to give people an idea of what you can do on your own.
Exactly.
And they're gorgeous.
And
they're
the
beautiful.
other 2 chairs there had no seats when I got them, so we did cut plywood bases and then covered them.
Perfect fit.
And those are the 2-inch foam here that you see. That's a
so they're nice and comfy.
Exactly.
That's great. Yep. Okay, so now when it comes to actually covering the seat, what do we do first?
You'll need to pick your fabric. So you get your fabric. You'll cut it to the size that you need for your piece of, your chair seat that you're working on. Right. You'll need a piece of Dacron, which just kind of softens the edge with the foam, doesn't leave the, the hard sides of the foam, and then your foam padding, and that's where your spray adhesive comes into play, and you've just glued it to your base here.
Perfect, so it stays together.
Yeah.
All right.
So then what we do is we get everything situated. I've marked the centers here on my seat so that because I have a stripe that I'm working with and I don't want it to be crooked, so I've marked the centers.
Details,
Yep,
that's right.
It's all in the details.
Okay.
So then you get it positioned onto your piece of plywood and get your hand stapler, and you'll start by getting your centers attached. So I'll pull my fabric up, and this does take some pulling.
All right, a little bit of muscles, right?
On me here.
Can I help you with anything now?
Sure, if you want.
I would love to. I got to learn how to do this.
So pull this one towards you, and then you can get a staple in there as well.
Okay, but this is actually a one-person job, right? You don't need two people to do it. Okay, I'm sure this. Oh, sorry. Gets easier the more you do it like that. Oh,
yeah, I'll help you. We'll make this a two-person.
Your finger's out of the way, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
So
then you get a staple on each side.
Okay.
I have stapled my finger before. It doesn't feel very good.
I don't think it would. Okay.
And then you'll turn and get a staple. So pull in this.
Staple this side. And you want to pull it nice and tight.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you would, flip your piece over and kind of check, make sure you've got your pattern where you want it to land. Yeah. And continue filling in all the staples all the way around.
All the way around. Now, for time's sake, because we have about 2 minutes left, you actually have one that was already done that you did before.
So here I've stapled all the way around, and I've finished a corner here in the back.
Yeah. And the corners can be a little bit tricky if it's your first time doing it. So how do you do that?
So this corner I left open so you could see. So you want to pull, this is the side of my chair, so I'm going to pull the fabric this way, get my staple. Yeah, I'm at a bad angle here.
Yeah, that is a hard, tough angle. There we go.
Staple in that way.
Take that one out of there.
And then just kind of pull it around and make a neat little fold on the front.
So just fold it all together.
So, yeah, and it does take some playing with
And
it.
obviously it doesn't matter what it looks like on the underside because the part that's showing is what you want to look pretty, of course.
So here's one that I actually took the time to do the right way. So you
And
can
it
see
looks
that corner.
great, but as long as it looks good on the top, so we look at the front, and then you can put it right onto your seat,
Yep.
onto your chair, I should say. And now you have a seat that looks gorgeous, and that fabric looks so great with the paint color on the chair.
Yeah, it's got the green stripe in it, which brings out the green of the chair. So you fit.
And it's that simple. Okay, everyone, so when you go to your yard sales this spring or you go tag sailing,
your chairs.
look for some unique treasures that you can make your own, and very simply just cover the seats and have it
Exactly.
match your home. And we're looking at some more finished pieces that you've done, Kim, to kind of give people an idea of how they can transform their home.
Exactly. Shows you different fabrics that you can use, so don't be afraid, just use what you love.
I love that, Kim. Thanks so much for showing us how to do it.
You're
now I have
welcome.
to take a seat in one of those chairs and feel the cushion. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks, Ashley.